With the release of Darkwing Blast, Konami gave us the new Kashtira archetype that I'm already seeing a lot at my locals. The Kashtira cards are really good, really powerful, and right now a lot of guys are using it in the Ishizu Tournament deck. Some players are even just taking out the Ishizu engine entirely for the Kashtira engine. Now, for you guys who did not know that the Kashtira engine does, it's pretty much a 3-card engine. It's really an archetype, but for the most part, most players are abusing the 3-card engine. And I'm going to go over everything right now. Kashtira Unicorn, he's currently sitting at $25, and his stats are 2500 attack, 2100 defense. It's a level 7 monster, wind type, psychic effect. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only use each of the following effects Kashtira Unicorn once per turn. During your main phase, you can add one Kashtira spell card from your deck to your hand. When this card declares an attack or if your opponent activates a monster effect, except during the damage step, you can look at your opponent's extra deck and banish one card face down. Obviously, this card is really good because when you attack, you can get knowledge on the opponent's decks. I mean, we're in a tier 0 meta anyway, so you're more likely just going to be banishing key cards from Ishizu Tournament players, like the one monster that essentially says you can negate a summon of a level 5 or higher monster. They also play Kashtira FENRIR in the new engine that everyone's abusing. Now, Kashtira FENRIR is the expensive card of the bunch. Some decks I've seen are just running the FENRIR by itself, but I'm starting to see a lot of players at my locals, due to recent YCS and regional events, are starting to abuse the entire engine. So don't just think people are going to run the FENRIR, because FENRIR is the most powerful one out of the bunch. FENRIR sitting at 2400 attack, 2400 defense. He's a psychic, he's an earth, and he's a level 7. FENRIR's effect pretty much reads, if you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can use each of the following effects of Kashtira FENRIR once per turn. During your main phase, you can add one Kashtira monster from your deck to your hand. When this card declares an attack or if your opponent activates a monster effect, except during the damage step, you can target one face-up card your opponent controls and banish it face down. Obviously, why this is good, for starters, it's a free board wipe. Also, it's a free summon. It doesn't waste your normal summon. And off the rip, it recurs cards from your hand. Konami is consistently releasing new archetypes that replace themselves, similar to how the gadget archetype used to do back in the day. Look at Bestials, for example. Now, the last card in the engine that everyone's running, and this is the cheapest card in the engine. Some players might not run it. I ran into this personally at my locals yesterday. Vlog coming tomorrow because we're doing it 30 days of YouTube where I'm just uploading for 30 days straight. It is a spell card called Kashtira Birth. You can normal summon level 7 monsters without tributing. During your main phase, you can special summon one of your non-XYZ Kashtira monsters that is banished or in your graveyard. If your opponent activates a spell card or effect and you control a Kashtira monster, you can target 3 cards in your opponent's graveyard and banish them face down. You can only use the effect of Kashtira Birth once per turn. Now, if you guys look at everything in the engine, the first Kashtira monster, the Unicorn, that asks the spell for you. The FENRIR asks the Unicorn, and the spell allows you to revive them from the banish zone. Now, other than this engine just being blanket spell removal, why is this engine being abused? Well, because it's really nutty and really powerful. The Ishizu Tournament deck this is like one of the best outs to run in that deck for the Necro Valley or any field spell that might slow the deck down. Because if your opponent's locking you down with a Necro Valley, you can bring out the FENRIR, go to battle phase, attack over opponent's monster, or just crash to just go ahead and get that banishing effect off to get rid of Necro Valley, so that way you can pop off in main phase 2 and then pop off in your opponent's main phase 1. Very unfair, very goofy, but it is what it is. Kashtira also got other cards, but for the point of this video, I just wanted to go over the main engine that everyone's running. The ratios that people are running are a little all over the place. I'm seeing some people running 2 to 3 FENRIRs with 2 spells and 1 of the Unicorn. However, I say test the ratios out to see what better works for you. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I think Kashtira is going to be one of those archetypes that's going to be splashed throughout the meta. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Kashtira, Bestial, hybrid, anti-meta deck somewhere down the line. So this was the Kashtira deck explained in detail. Post your thoughts and opinions about this in the comment section down below. If I missed out on something or if I misspoke on something, please let me know. I'm always learning just as much as you guys, all right? Well, it's your boy Rogue Hero bringing you guys another Yu-Gi-Oh! Explained video. Smash that like button if you guys enjoyed the video. Let's get this video to at least 100 likes, and that'd be highly appreciated. All right. Oh, also subscribe for more if you guys made it to the end of the video as well. Peace and stay innovative. Deuces.